So next, I'd like to cover some conclusions and cover some interesting research areas that we're looking at. So the overall conclusions for today's presentation is that we think that this year, 2023, is going to be a healthy growth year, with the first half growing at 9.5%. Generative AI, large language models are some just major growth drivers, and we're trying to really better understand when they actually get installed, when people buy more systems or dedicated systems for this, because we're just on the cusp of seeing a lot of that happen. Exascale systems will help drive growth in 2023, 20 to 2025, and even beyond that. And we're seeing very high growth in a number of areas as far as GPUs, the use of cloud for HPC, and other types of AI areas. And there's so many new technologies that are showing up in large numbers, new types of processors, AI hardware processors, new custom software, new types of memory architecture, storage, and even quantum computing. It's starting becoming useful for many sites. Also, some new architectural things, composability. It may fit well in some applications, and we're really looking forward to see the end use cases there to see how well it fits and where it fits best. Very clearly, cloud has become a major tool for HPC workloads. So we're expecting to see storage to hit some very big tipping point growth, especially with AI, big data, and the need for much larger data sets for traditional mod and sim, but also for generative AI. At the same time, we still have the same concerns, the supply chain issues right now. I mean, NVIDIA GPUs are really backlogged right now, but there's supply chain issues all over the place. A lot more growing concerns about power, sustainability. The cost of electricity has gone up very much around the world. And then, of course, as we've talked about many times, the talent shortage that's out there. And so with that and the conclusions, I'd like to just walk you through a few questions that we're actively exploring, trying to figure out the answers. And we welcome people to share comments, your ideas and thoughts on these topics and other topics too. But the first one is how new and aggressive computational demands for AI will alter the overall HPC hardware and software market landscape. I mean, the requirements for traditional mod sim, AI, generative AI, large language models are very different than what's going on with HPC. And where will the impacts be as far as large language models? Will they continue to have this massive impact they're having right now, where many sites are looking to move budgets in that area? And will this be the coming year of the quantum computing becoming a self-sustaining industry? I'm not saying that quantum computing, is totally successful and everything, but the sector and the industry itself, will that be self-sustaining? Because we're thinking we're getting fairly close to that. And how are the growing capabilities of the cloud computing for running HPC workloads really impacting the overall HPC sector? We're seeing that clouds are fitting in a lot more places with the push for generative AI, large language models. The cloud has some tremendous advantages there. And then what are the challenges for using that as far as moving data around, understanding it, getting the right software, understanding the right environment, as far as hardware, software, and storage? And then what is the path for post-exascale system evolution? And will it impact mainstream HPC? So that we've seen in the past often where the technology is developed at the very high end, trickle down through the whole market. We've been a little concerned that some of the high-end technologies are going to stay more focused and centric around the high end of the market, but how are they going to impact the broader market itself? And what's that interplay and mix there? And then finally, what are the new emerging technologies that will drive the future of HPC AI as far as performance, power consumption, sustainability gains, composable computing, optical I/O? Is now the time for optical I/O. Then all the new CPUs and accelerators, new types of cooling, packaging advances. So these are the exciting topics we're looking for. And with that, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us, and we look forward to seeing you in just a short time at Supercomputing.